What is up everyone, it's CMG here. So today we shall be doing something a little different for an Overwatch 2 top 5 video. Now as you know, most of these videos I've done I have focused on legendary skins for a specific hero. However, for this top 5 video, I will be counting down my top 5 Overwatch 2 seasons, more specifically the themes for them. I figured considering that we've now been through 10 seasons of Overwatch 2 now, it'll be a nice idea to talk about which of these seasons have brought the best themes to the game, and I will stress, in my opinion. Of course, there are lots of different opinions in the Overwatch 2 community, so making a top 5 seasons video based on popular opinion would be pretty tough for me. So it's just my opinion. Of course, you can share your own favourite season themes for Overwatch 2 in the comment section down below. Now, I'd also like to address another thing before we start this top 5. This video looks at the seasons specifically for the themes. For example, season 1 being the Cyberpunk season with tons of Cyberpunk related skins and other content. This list has nothing to do with any mid-season balance changes that happened within these seasons or any controversial issues that happened within these seasons. For example, when Season 8 introduced Monga into Overwatch 2 and it caused a backlash due to pay-to-win concerns that saw players buy the Battle Pass to gain access to Monga before others got an advantage in ranked games, and all that nonsense. No, this top 5 only looks at the look and feel of the season, i.e. their themes, first and foremost. Before we talk about the top 5, I just want to remind you all once again, if you like this idea for content and you want to see more in the future, go ahead and click on the subscribe button. Send a comment, like the video, and then turn on your notifications. It really does help me out a great deal. For those of you that have done it already, thank you. I really appreciate you. Right then, let's get started with the personal top 5 Overwatch seasonal themes. So we start at number 5, and it's actually quite the coincidence that I place Season 5 on the list. Now, Season 5 was the medieval mythical adventure themed season that saw the introduction of Tracer's Mythic Adventurer skin, which was the first one to be given a progressive unlock through the Battle Pass, as opposed to earning it at tier 80. Season 5 also gave skins to Orisa, Genji, Reinhardt, Kiriko, Zenyatta and Mei, all of which had medieval relations to them. Season 5 also had a progressive visual storyline that went along with the Battle Pass progression known as Quest Watch, that tells the story of Tracer as the adventurer setting out together with friends on an adventure to the magic kingdom of Overland to become a knight. The adventurer would attempt to rescue Queen Emily and her kingdom from under the terror of the demon Lord Reinhardt. This story had 8 different episodes on the interactive map, and by completing 10 tiers of the Battle Pass, you'd be able to unlock a new area that triggered new dialogue segments between each character through textual narration. Me personally, I think a Fantasia medieval theme is a really nice for a game like Overwatch, and Blizzard are no strangers to this kind of theme, as we've seen it in other kind of games made from Blizzard like World of Warcraft and the Diablo series. But ultimately, my taste says I prefer other themes that Overwatch 2 have brought to the game. Okay then, so at number 4 I'll be placing Season 2. Now this season didn't just introduce Ramatra to Overwatch 2, but this was the one that brought a Greek mythology theme to the game, and to go along with all of this was Junker Queen's very stylish Zeus Mythic skin. Season 2 actually introduced one of my all-time favourite game modes called Battle for Olympus. This game mode was basically an 8-player free-for-all deathmatch type mode, but only with 7 heroes, all with additional superpowers that triggered when players activated their divine ultimates that stacked new effects on top of their abilities. Battle for Olympus would ultimately return for Season 4 and would also be available as a 4v4 team deathmatch as well as the 8-player free-for-all. The 7 heroes available for the game mode all had their own legendary skins for the event too, and were based on Greek gods. A couple of these included Widowmaker as Medusa, while Lucio played as Hermes. Roadhog, Pharah, Reinhardt, and new hero at the time Ramatra also got Greek related skins as part of the Greek mythology related season. Ancient Greece is actually a very nice idea for a theme to look into. I hope in the future when Blizzard chooses to bring back Battle for Olympus as a game mode, they look to add a few more heroes to the mode and, in turn, give them Greek-related skins to match the theme of the mode. Right, so the number 3 best season on the list, in my opinion, I reckon is going to be Season 9's Champions season, where they opted to bring a cosmic horror theme to Overwatch 2. Now, this was the season that brought Moira's Ancient Caller mythic skin, which at the time of making this video is one of my favourite mythic skins so far. I think it looks absolutely gorgeous, and this is coming from somebody who chooses not to play Moira all that much, even though I feel like I'm useful with her. But yeah, Season 9's cosmic horror theme as a whole looked really awesome, particularly when the kind of theme in terms of its skins was very apparent. For example, Torbjorn's Tentacle Horror skin, May's Epic Cursed Seer, and Sigma's Legendary Beholder looked very terrifying during this season. I'm actually amazed that this kind of season wasn't saved for the next Halloween Terror event, where a season theme of this magnitude would have been a perfect fit. However, having a horror-themed season scheduled in February seemed a little strange, but I guess a lot of people like horror regardless of what month it is, so it kind of doesn't really matter in that regard. Now, Season 9 also introduced a unique PvP/PvP mode called Cosmic Crisis, which was a standard 4-player co-op game mode that saw players needing to defeat null sector bots and complete objectives in order to repair a ship and escape to safety. However, one of these players would be randomly spoken to by the Ravager, and this player would have the choice of betraying the other 3 players. A very fun and enticing game mode concept that we hadn't seen before, and most certainly stood out from all other PvE modes at the time. Would be rather interesting to see this type of mode looked into further for a future game mode for a future season. Okay, the number 2 season theme in my opinion I reckon will be Season 4. Now, despite the fact that this was the season that introduced Lifeweaver, who, if you remember, didn't have a great start to life in Overwatch 2 due to his clunky controls that was later fixed in a mid-season patch, Season 4 brought a space theme to the table, and was also the one season that made way for Tracer's Epic Synthwave skin, which by the way is still my favourite Tracer skin, and I don't care what anyone says. Now, the space theme for Season 4 was revolved entirely around its game mode, Starwatch, which was a PvP mode with a few PvP aspects, set on a redesigned version of the 2CP Horizon Lunar Colony map. The plot to Starwatch revolves around an evil faction known as the Infinite Empire, who have sealed a base known as Galacticus as their own, and have kidnapped Echo as a prisoner. It is up to the good guys, the Watchers, to infiltrate the base, defeat the Infinite Empire, and rescue Echo. I honestly thought this was a really good PvP mode, but it was at the mercy of some criticism due to the fact that there wasn't as much PvE elements to the mode as originally thought. If there was any PvE attached anywhere to this mode, it would have probably been the turrets placed around the map that would be used to defend the points that the Infinite Empire had control of. I personally love the look and feel of the mode, and aside from all of the criticism, I think the redesign of Horizon to match the Starwatch event looked really good. In terms of its skins, you had heroes such as Sigma, who had the Galactic Emperor mythic skin, Diva, Soldier 76, Bastion, Sojourn, Brigida and Mercy as members of the Infinite Empire, while heroes such as Doomfist, Winston, Echo, Hammond, Ashe, Torbjorn, Lucio and Baptiste all had skins on the Watcher's side, and they all looked incredible. I think Ashe's Intergalactic Smuggler skin was my favourite of all of the skins, and I still use that skin today, as it was part of the Battle Pass which I unlocked. Now then, before I reveal the number 1 season theme, just want to remind you all once again, if you like this idea for a video and you want to see more, make sure you hit that like and hit the subscribe button as well. It really does help me out, and also the channel. Okay, so finally, the number 1 season theme, in my opinion, is, actually the first one. Season 1. Yeah, the Cyberpunk themed season. I suppose some of you saw this one coming, right? Yes, much as I love and appreciate every seasonal theme idea that has come after Season 1, I still love and appreciate the Cyberpunk theme that Season 1 brought to the table. Especially when you have a mythic skin like Genji's Cyber Demon, which still looks incredible to me. Suppose my only regret is the fact that I never play Genji, so the skin hardly ever gets used, but I still love it. Now, Season 1 may have been mainly used as a setup for new heroes, maps, and a new core game mode to be added to a new type of Overwatch game, but I'm putting Season 1 at number 1 primarily because I love the Cyberpunk aesthetic, and for a game like Overwatch to interpret this kind of aesthetic into some of the skins right from the get-go, for me personally, it definitely gave me some hope on what the game could be in the future following a 2-year complete content drought due to Overwatch 2's development, it was the kind of excitement that we all needed. Some of the legendary skins looked great as well, ones that included Roadhog, Widowmaker, Hanzo, and Kiriko that all had Cyberpunk backgrounds. Unfortunately, Kiriko's skin is one that doesn't stand out to me as one of the best here, but all the other skins look amazing to me. I really hope that Blizzard looks to broaden the Cyberpunk aesthetic in a future season. Of course, the first season for any game is more of a setup to a game more than anything, and the theme for it is deemed a secondary thing. But now that Overwatch 2 is more streamlined and established to accept seasons, Blizzard could look to delve deeper into the Cyberpunk idea and perhaps even add more Cyberpunk skins to other heroes and maybe even develop a new game mode based on the concept. Who knows? So there you have it, guys. Those were my personal favourite Overwatch 2 seasons based on their themes. So what are your personal favourite Overwatch 2 themes that have been used so far in the game? Let me know in the comment section down below. So this is going to be the end of the video, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this idea for content and you want to see more in the future, go ahead and click on the subscribe button. Send a comment, like the video, and then turn on your notifications. It really does help me out a great deal. You can also check me out on all of my other social medias, my Twitter account, my Discord, and of course, my TikTok. And let's not forget as well, my Instagram and my Threads. Thank you for watching, guys. Have a great day. Have a great life. Be nice to your fellow gamers because we're all human beings. I've been CMG as always. Until the next video, I shall see you later. Peace.